It's Week 12 of the National Football League, and we'll see Tylan Wallace, their few better in the red zone, as he comes in fourth in touchdown receptions. It's the Ravens and the Chargers under the lights on Sunday night.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Ravens offense set to go to work, and it's Lamar Jackson now at his 6th NFL campaign who will lead the way.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
Able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll take that. 14 yards on play number 1. So much for staying ahead of the chains with a 3 or 4 yard gain on first down. They moved the chains with a nice little run.
Yeah, they're making the chain gang hustle a little bit to try and keep up, aren't they? Because a lot of the first series of games are scripted, many times to probe and find some holes in the defense. Sometimes you attack with some big-time runs, too.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. They go play action now. Jackson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Play action. Now Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Ravens will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, CD, that was a well-orchestrated drive by Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, and how about the way he capped it off, too? Orchestrate the drive and then let everybody know exactly who the guy is on the field you've got to watch on every play. Finishes it off with a touchdown run.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
I love today's NFL because it is high-flying, big-time action, some risk involved. But how about him eliminating all that last week? 3 touchdown passes, incredible yardage.
Yeah, almost 400.
Big-time game.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. And here Charles has a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, a touchdown to go along with 124 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
And they run the option on second down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up second down. They'll look to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. 7 yards there and a first down. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. 2nd and 7. It's Eckler again. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. 1st and goal at the 1.
1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They hand off to their big tight end. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Eckler is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. Eckler again. But he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Jackson able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game of their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. On second down, a run with Hall. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complementary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. A give. Eckler running to the right. Down to about the 45. The Chargers at 8-2 on the year. And they come in as a team that looks like a well-oiled machine getting ready for the postseason. Winners of 8 of their last 10.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
70th catch for him on the year. Like so many others, this goes for a first down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. From the 21, here's a second down and 4. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Back to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Gerald Everett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is now 10-7. This fielded right at the goal line. Pushing his way through. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. On the counter, it's Hall. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't
pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
It's taken to the 26. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So here are the Chargers to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Wide open receiver, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, given 14.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
Back to throw now on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Back to throw here. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. A 15-yard touchdown, Brown. And the Chargers are able to add on to that lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Ravens. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He's thrown touchdown passes on his last 2 drives as he begins here, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. 2nd and 11 at the 41.
2nd and 11 at the 41-yard
They're going to look to throw. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 39. Nice third down conversion at even 20 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play, because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And his kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That is caught, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he'll find Hall. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Jackson, options out left. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Jackson now. He completes it to Beckham. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now Jackson on first down. to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now Jackson. And that one's going to come up a little short. It's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball down the field almost every time they throw it. Now with a short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Jackson's going to keep it. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens are an extra point away from taking the lead. Now, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have a 1st down, and they're in field goal range as well. It's down inside the 20. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Back to throw again. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Travis Jones in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. 2nd and 13. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Allen's got it complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick is indeed good, and they have regained the lead. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Trey Lance leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Patrick Mahomes, sharp in the victory, as his guys get back within a game of 500. Finally, on Monday night, Cyber Monday. Put the credit card away and settle in for Bears and Vikings from U.S. Bank Stadium.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Looking to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Travis Jones, his second sack of the night.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Travis Jones, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A little juke. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Touchdown! Tylan Wallace, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have retaken a third quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they turn that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead is up to 5. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there, a 22.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's taken in by Palmer. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and a couple. They'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
A little short pass. This is Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And to the right side here, it's Allen. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
At the 19-yard line.
Up the middle with Eckler. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. He'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
The field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Back to throw. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And his kick here is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here is Tylan Wallace and company set to begin this next series. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good. but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's able to find Wallace. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Vita Vea stopped that play in its tracks. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now it's Jackson. Open man left side is Wallace complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 37. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw caught there by Wallace. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Play action. Now Jackson. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 20-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. He gets it underneath to Hall. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 4 at the Chargers' 14-yard line.
Running left, it's Hall. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. The tight end in motion right. Hall again. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hunter Henry. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Tucker now for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Caught by Allen. And Allen's going to have a Chargers first down as he'll get this up across the 30-yard line.
And the Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And he'll find Everett there, complete. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. That's caught right side by Palmer. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A handoff. It's Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Defense.
So instead of 4th down, first down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 21. So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another first down. They're going to look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
You gotta love a guy who'll stand in there and deliver. No matter what the pressure, waits for the route to come open, hangs in there, and completes the pass.
Try to punch it in with Eckler. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll move them back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And now here come the Ravens. Their lead back down to one score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Throw caught by Flowers. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Jackson. Looking deep here for Flowers. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Pulled in at the 24. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. A beautiful fake. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll drop to throw. He's got it. It's Spiller. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Here's Hall again. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So the Chargers now down by 9. A minute 47 on the clock. Their 5-game winning streak hanging in the balance here.
Let's go now. Bronco switch.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw here on first down. That's caught by Palmer. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Open man downfield, it's Palmer. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back to throw again. And this is caught at the 8. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Now first and goal. They'll look to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Now a 2nd and 6. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So it's a win here for the Ravens, and it was just too much Lamar Jackson. He really played well.
Yeah, and he did it with both his arm and his legs. You talk about a dual threat. How about this headline? 2 touchdowns passing, 2 more rushing. They just couldn't find a way to slow him down.
So for the Ravens, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for L.A., it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night, everybody.
It's week 12 of the National Football League. And coming up, it's the 49ers, leader at quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the 49ers and the Hawks under the lights on Thursday night.
We are just south of Pioneer Square here in the great northwest city of Seattle at newly named Lumen Field, home of the 12s. Tonight, it's the final morsel in our Thanksgiving feast, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here in Seattle. What a great Thanksgiving of football it's been so far. CD also let me have the last piece of apple pie. That was very nice. It's a rarity. All of this is a rarity. All three of our games, divisional games on this Thanksgiving CD, and it wraps up here with the Niners and the Seahawks.
And I did not let you have the last piece of apple pie. If I
What a nightcap this could prove to be. The Niners and the Seahawks underway here in the Thanksgiving finale. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Gets around him. 5 before they're able to knock him down. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game. Good sign here early. Everybody on offense there up front in the backfield in sync on that play.
So much talk about what do you do to neutralize home field advantage? Well, teams that run the football effectively, they often have a way of neutralizing it in a big way when they have those types of runs.
From the 38 now, here's second down at 7. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got the lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Hadn't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3.
First down, San Francisco.
They'll look to throw now on first down. This is Jennings. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
It's a gain of 10. First down, 49ers.
They'll set up to throw. Forced out to his left. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the 49ers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So the Seahawks ready to take over on offense, and it is a first-time Pro Bowler who leads them out, Charles, in his 11th year now, Geno Smith.
When the Seahawks named Smith the starter last season, it gave him an opportunity he wasn't sure he would get again. And then he became one of the best quarterbacks in football and sustained it across a full 17 games, winning Comeback Player of the Year. Saved his career with last season and keeps the Seahawks as true contenders.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort: 15 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Now Geno on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
The throw out line going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field. He's up over 1,200 yards now on the season. Had a touchdown on that last drive as well. Things continuing to trend in the right direction for this offense, but specifically Charles' running game.
And it all comes back to one word, doesn't it? Cohesion. Because you have to have that. Center, guards, tackles, tight ends. Some of the wide receivers being involved. Maybe a lead runner at times. Maybe a fullback. But all in all, those X's and O's on the grease board that look so nice, that turns into a jumble in real life. And these guys have to know what to do on the run, on the move. They've done it well for them all year long.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, good move. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the first. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Short pass to Howard. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
A nice throw there for the first down. And this is a big moment for this young man under center. You know, he's had a few months now to get acclimated to life in the NFL, but you got to think, a little extra pressure here, right, CD? I mean, you're getting the start on Thanksgiving in front of the national audience.
Especially since you and I both know he's watched this game since he was, 4, 5, 6 years old and dreamed of playing in it. In fact, his family sent us some of those videos of he and his family in the backyard playing their Turkey Bowl games themselves. So now he's gone from the backyard to the big stage, and here he is.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey
with his second touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the 49ers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
It really does. And I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame. And anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the
touchdown 49ers. George Kittle with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes the score 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
You look at this Niner defense.
They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
Got a man.
And it's a fumble.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. 21-0 our score after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
San Francisco.
Back to throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one and another first down. McCaffrey running up the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
He'll look to throw.
That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down.
A gain of 7, and the 49ers first down.
McCaffrey on the counter.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 114 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They'll set up a throw.
Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle.
That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 11-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. Touchdown!
Juwan Jennings.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the 49ers continue to pull away here in this first half. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0 Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them, so I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
Moody good with the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
And out now come the Seahawks.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The Smith's throw into the hands of Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good for the Seahawks. First down.
Now it's Smith off the bootleg.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 9.
Now Gino.
25-yard line.
And unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds, incomplete.
So illegal touching, Charles. If you set foot out of bounds as a receiver, you can't be the first to touch it.
You nailed it on that one. You've got to be mindful of the sideline.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. Steps away to his left. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
And Smith able to move the chains before sliding down.
That's another Seahawks. 1st and goal.
Here's Walker.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Smith.
Outright to Smith and Jigba.
5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
A gain of 5 yards brings up 3rd and goal.
Throwing now is Gino. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
18-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good.
So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it, the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as the tackle made at the 42.
7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. This is McCaffrey on the give.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now on to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, here's Smith.
Throw out wide to Walker.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up second down. He'll look to throw. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field.
And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as he'll be brought down at the 42-yard line.
And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say, we'll see what happens. Now it's Lockett. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports Halftime Report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon. Once again, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. As we'll run you through what's going on both today and later on this weekend. Good matchups all up and down the schedule there. We'll highlight the one in Cincinnati. A big test coming up for the Bengals, as they'll have to contend with the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home in Glendale, taking on the LA Rams. Finally on Monday night, Cyber Monday. Put the credit card away and settle in for Bears and Vikings from U.S. Bank Stadium. We saw the former All-Pro Christian McCaffrey up to his old tricks in that first half. He's over 100 yards rushing for the game already and found the end zone twice as well.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is...
It got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
From the gun, it's Walker.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Geno now to throw.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Smith. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Jonathan Allen make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
139 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On play action, they'll throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 42-yard line.
They'll look to throw. That's caught out right by Jennings. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
He finds Smith and Jigba. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the one tackle but couldn't spring himself free. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a...
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Darrell Taylor able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the 1st drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
He'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. So the completion good for 7 there. And now it's 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
They're going to look to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Trying the right side with Mitchell.
Dance, and now off to the races, down the right side. And he's going to be out, down inside the 20 at the 15. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
They'll set up to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
McCaffrey will score. Touchdown, 49ers.
San Francisco.
Boy, we talk a lot about Christian McCaffrey and what he can do in the open field, and it's easy to gloss over how tough he can be to stop near the goal line. And he shows you just how tough he is on that carry as he takes it into the end zone.
Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
Dwayne Eskridge.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seahawks.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that will cut this lead down to 25. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Darrell Taylor bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Smith. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Chase Young,
his 2nd sack of the night. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Geno.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play. The offense on third down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is third down and 12. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just got to give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Niners add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Now Moody for the PAT.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
On 1st and 10, Smith. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
And Smith's throw into the hands of Fan.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's good for a Seahawks first down.
Now Geno on 1st down.
Smith and Jigba with a grab.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down.
Smith and Jigba. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing now is Geno. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
They'll set up a throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
2nd down and a yard.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. He gets away from one.
And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running gets them to the 9-yard line.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Hey, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Step under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
Derek Hall
brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Back to the air. Smith on 2nd down. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
On the ground, McCaffrey.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
A 40-yard attempt.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now Smith. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's McCaffrey.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Seahawks 46.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Niners, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll be watching the dynamic Tyreek Hill. He's over 1,100 yards receiving so far and looking for more. It's the Dolphins and the Jets next on EA Sports.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, a fun matchup in the AFC East as it will be the Miami Dolphins. The NFL's first ever Black Friday clash. The Dolphins and the Jets underway here at MetLife Stadium. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victor.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played the dinosaurs roamed the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
On 2nd down, Tua. A short one here, caught by McBride. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in a victory over Buffalo.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now Tua on the bootleg here. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Quincy Williams worked his way back for that sack. And nowhere to hide on that play.
No, there was not, because every exit door, that was surrounded. I think that was supposed to be a bootleg, but he had no chance to get outside the pocket and try and make a play.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw caught here by Metcalf. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive here, 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's got his tight end McBride on the out route. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 10. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. This one into the hands of Metcalf. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
And his kick is good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3.
Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff in field position and took the ball, moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
So the new-look Jets ready to go on offense, and it is the veteran Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. A look at the numbers last week for Edwards. 20 carries, 75 yards, and a touchdown.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expecting to make a run at not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
But he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Being chased out left. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a first down. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Up the middle, here's Edwards. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On second down, here's Rodgers.
Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. You talk about this Miami defense.
They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game,
the Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on third down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed.
On fourth down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Dolphin football.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Holding offense.
Are you serious?
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
That's caught inside the 20. It's It's a big play there for Miami. And even 50 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll run. Achane. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. On now the Miami field goal unit. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And his kick is good.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Well, they'll run it here on the Jets sweep. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another 1st down.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Rolling to his right, and he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Now Rodgers. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. 6-0 our score after 1. 2nd quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. He'll dump this off to Cook.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Rodgers A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Rodgers now to throw. And that is incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal.
A 42-yard attempt.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So if you like field goals, you've come to the right spot. We've had 3 so far.
Well, this is a football game, right?
It is.
How you like that one, huh? You like where I went with that? How about that one?
I like it.
Okay, but hey, let's face it. In this game right now, both defenses have responded well. They're trying to hold the line on this. You just wonder if anyone can break through with a touchdown and put some pressure on their opposition.
So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They were winners last week, defeating the Raiders, and right now they're in the driver's seat here as they start off 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. And that is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Tagovailoa.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
1st down, Miami.
Achane on the counter.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Rifles one incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
They'll run for it with Achane.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Jake Bailey on down to punt here on 4th down.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Now Rodgers.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this 1st half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. There are times on carries like that where he looks a little bit older than his rookie status.
How many times have we talked when we've gone out to dinner about how precocious these youngsters are that come into the NFL now? They play at a higher level at a younger age. The stars aren't quite in their eyes as much as it used to be, huh?
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Stops short, down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. They've got it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal?
Achane will score. Touchdown, Miami. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's up and good to make the score 13-3. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And the drive finished off with a touchdown run from Devon Achane.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Cook up the gut.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Now Rodgers.
Open man here is Conklin. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They're gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or 2, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
2nd down and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Rodgers. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
Well, the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
1st and goal, they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Up the middle, it's Edwards. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here? on this important third down try.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the...
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Edwards. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 4.
Here's Rodgers to throw.
Taking in left side, it's Wilson.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
To throw is Rodgers. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Touchdown, Jets. Dalvin Cook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Good footwork at the 30. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
To his throw, caught here by Metcalf.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
He'll dump this off to Achane.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
On second down, a run by Achane.
And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we come upon halftime with a tie score, 13-all. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to submit it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Rodgers to throw on second down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
3rd and 20.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Meanwhile, to his throw, caught by his receiver, Hill.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down.
His tremendous season passing the football, it continues, Charles. That last throw puts him over 4,000 yards now on the year.
And he's still got the rest of November and all of December still to play. So to me, 5,000 yards, very much in play.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now Tua. And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Tua. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Automatic 1st down.
The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
They set up the screen. Achane has it.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
They'll run it. Achane with it.
And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, 3rd and goal.
Achane once more.
And I don't think he got in. He did not.
They mark him short of the goal line.
No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal? Offensively, not what they wanted there, but hey, you can kick the field goal here and take the lead.
Felt like a little bit of a statement stop, didn't it? You know, made a big play right there. Okay, guess what? Ball's in your court, guys. What are you going to do? Myself, I kick the field goal, get the 3, and take the lead.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill from a yard out.
And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the 2nd half.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The New York set to take the field. They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10.
Motion man left is Lazard. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away. That's Byron Young, who ranged in that time and stopped him for a loss.
On 2nd down, Cook. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Holding. Offense.
So the big gain, all for naught for the offense. That yellow flag is going to bring it back.
Oh, what a tough look for the offense, because they see all that yardage lost and that ball's walked back and then some behind the original line of scrimmage.
On second down, it's Edwards. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. They'll run the toss here. Edwards. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Tough spot here. Third down and 11.
Rodgers going to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Now a handoff, Edwards, and good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
From the gun, it's Rodgers.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And to the left side here, Wilson. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Dolphins' 24-yard line.
To the right side, this is Edwards. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard of the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And out of bounds right around the 20. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers.
Finds Lazard quickly on the slant.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
The 14-yard line.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg.
To the sideline and incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
That is caught. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Cook fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
It's a gain of a yard. brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Here's Rodgers. Touchdown! Jeremy Rucker, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Zerline now for the PAT. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up.
But that's caught at the 25. It's a big play there for Miami. 54 yards.
Talk about a momentum shifter right there. Tie game, fourth quarter. These are the plays that win you games. And now defensively, the question becomes, how do you respond?
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Looking to pass. Tua.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
Pass to the right, and he's got it
Touchdown,
right.
Dolphins! Trey McBride, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the fourth quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
And New York set to take the field.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think we could easily read his mind there. There's just no place to go. Tried to bounce it and get outside on the draw.
Yeah, but the defense wasn't thinking pass. They knew that they were running it.
And I love the way that they covered all the gaps. You know, we can do all the lettering and the numbering and all those things. But those run fits that we talk about all the time, each person fitting in the proper spot on defense, you see the end result when they do that. Like the design that we're seeing right there, this is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
first down. Here's the run with Cook. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing is Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 37. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 35-yard line.
They go with Edwards left side, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
A 55-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Miami's offense set and ready to go.
They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Tua. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Allen Lazard and the Jets set to go back on offense.
They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches.
8.
The yards per catch now, because you're getting more than a first down every time he's touching the ball. This is the kind of game you want when you're able to throw it out wide.
Absolutely. Over 100 yards, has the 8 catches. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
Now Rodgers. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 44.
And off to Achane to begin the drive.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 3.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. It's caught at the 10.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close.
It's a big play there for Miami. 47 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
They'll run. Achane.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything, forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
And his kick is indeed good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And New York set to take the field.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Rodgers now on 1st down. That's complete to Lazard. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
To throw is Rodgers. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. Now Rodgers. Gotta have this one.
Little out route here, complete to Shepard. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they'll wind up getting the yards they needed on 4th and 3.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Now Rodgers. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Aaron Rodgers keeping it himself from 10 yards away.
And the Jets have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like,
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The tough one there, they certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Miami set to take over. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now he's forced out right. 20! The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.